In particular, let me talk about my people, the African-American kids that make a lot of money. You got to think about they buy these houses that cost $5 and $6 million. Now, you're not always going to have that contract, Vlad, right? That contract is going to run out. But the house note still coming in. They fail to realize state tax on the house. That's coming in. Next thing you know, all your money's out the door. And that happens like annually, these bills come in. There's no paycheck coming in, but the bills are still coming in. You got to realize, I need to save some money, put money on the side, and I would never be broke. Never be broke.
I mean, I actually rent my house. I have a place in Calabasas. I also have a place in New York, and both of them are rented. I don't own any property. All the money that I make from my company, I put into the stock market.
You know why? You be thinking. That's what it says on my hat. I be thinking. Some people, you see they buy these big houses, these rich young people, and the next thing you know, they're downsizing because they think, what am I doing with me and a wife, and we got 12,000 square feet homes. What are you going to do with it?
Oh, yeah. No, I just interviewed Grant Cardone, right? He's a real estate investor who owns $1.2 billion in multi-unit properties across the country. $1.2 billion.
Billion.
And he rents his own house. He doesn't own his own house. Here you are with a $1.2 billion net worth, and you don't own a house, a personal house.
Yeah, you know, I rent my house.
Right.
I get a better loan on it because I rent it. I mean, I could have a LLC own it and rent it back to me, and I'd still get a better deal. So, you know, I rent where I live. I treat houses like hospitals. You know, you get in, you get out.
Yeah.
The grocery store, Whole Foods. I don't buy the whole grocery store. I go get the stuff I need, and then I leave. And houses were built for banks. They weren't built for people. They were built for banks. And then the people were lied to and said, oh, a house is a great investment. A house is one of the dumbest, worst investments a human being could possibly make for one reason. You have to pay the house doesn't pay you. And if it doesn't pay you, it's not a good investment.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
He be thinking.
Right.
So when you get into money, I wish I could teach a class at the NFL and the NBA with young people and how to invest their money. And you get these major contracts, forget about it. Don't, just put that money in the bank. You don't have to touch that money. You're going to live okay in the 2-bedroom condo, 3-bedroom condo. Don't go crazy. You don't need 50 cars. It's kind of like Tracy Morgan. I know he's got the money, but a $2 million car in New York City, and you got to stop at every traffic light, and the car goes 239 miles per hour. Where's he going to use that car?
Well, I mean, you got to remember Tracy Morgan got hit by a Walmart truck.
That's what I said. That's how you got the car.
That's where the money. And I remember I was talking to D.L. Hughley. I remember on camera we were talking about it, and D.L. was talking to Tracy about that. He goes, "Hey man, I know you just went through a real bad situation. Your friend got killed. You were badly injured, man. How do you feel about that whole thing?" And Tracy said, "Well, I could have been hit by a Snapple truck."
Tracy Morgan one time, after he got hurt, I'm like, man, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. It was a tragedy. I'm so sorry, man. He said, hey, DL, I could have got hit by a Snapple truck. I was like, this motherfucker. This motherfucker. They don't even make that no more. I could have got hit by a Snapple truck. I'm like, wow, that's true.
And he would have done just as well. Snapple's got money too.
They don't have Walmart money. That's one thing Snapple doesn't have. Not Walmart money.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad he was okay, and I'm glad he can do jokes. I'm glad he's back funny, Tracy, and we can laugh about these things.